Welcome traders and investors. My name's Dan Neese. I'm the founder of Dalrymple Trading. We're here to look at the S&P 500 and WTI Crude Oil for Tuesday, the 23rd of September 2025. We'll kick off our analysis with the S&P 500. What we saw overnight was a launch from 6640 to 6700, which is all-time highs for the S&P 500. Prices are currently aggregating at that price level, trying to push higher, but hitting resistance. Just a high-level analysis of what's going on here, as I've said in my previous videos for the last 2 months or even prior. Basically, we are in a very, very strong bull market. Every time prices get pushed down, buyers come in and buy. It's to be noted that there's a lot of passive flows going into the S&P 500, predominantly from 401ks and superannuation funds who are just passively investing into it. So until these funds stop investing, we can expect further upside in this market. Looking at the market at even a higher level, we can say that it's probably in bubble territory. It's very extended, and it's very due for a pullback of some description. It almost reminds me of the dot-com bubble in the 2000s. We're just pushing up higher and higher, and there's only a few stocks that are actually influencing this price action, namely the AI stocks and the Magnificent Seven. The tech stocks are really pushing these prices higher. So it won't be long before we see a correction, but until such time, we continue to buy the dip, and we just continue to press on until market structure changes and something snaps, and then we can decide what we can do next. But for now, the trajectory is once price pullbacks to a discount, buy it. So at the moment, it is not at a discount, but later on in the evening, Sydney time or in US open session, it could pull further back, and at that point, we'll be looking to buy further positions in the S&P 500. Looking at WTI crude oil, prices are trading between 61.50 and 64.50. That's sort of the price range. Crude oil likes to sort of go for those even numbers of 63.50, 60, 62. It tends to do that. So at the moment, we're heading back towards the 61.50 level here. So two possibilities here. We can possibly retest 61.50 and bounce up, or if we break below 61.50, we're looking at 60 even as the support below. These price points of 60 has been reached in the recent history back in May. So if we do go down that route, we will head to May prices potentially. But at the moment, this is a very sideways market. So any sort of trading on this from a short-term perspective is good. I mean, you can still make money on the swings to the high and low. Basically like a ping pong table. But if you're a long-term investor or you're trying to invest into this market, it's currently a bit choppy, it's sideways. And at the moment, there hasn't been any solid price movement outside of this range, which is that 61.50 to 64.50, since early September. So yet to see how this pans out. At the moment it's sideways, but it is at historical lows compared to last couple of years. It's definitely come down. So the good news there is that a lot of people will enjoy lower petrol prices overall. I don't know which parts of the world everyone lives in, but here in Sydney, we do enjoy lower petrol prices when crude oil prices do go down. So at least for the consumer, that's good, given the current economic situation with high inflation and cost of living pressures. Having low petrol prices definitely helps. But that's not to say that these prices will remain here. We could see a sharp correction to the upside because it's been at these lows for a significant period of time. So just keep that in mind, that prices can definitely swing upwards. For now, the play here is still to the downside. The bears are still in charge of this price action until such time the bulls step in and we see some change of direction in terms of where this wants to go next. But where I'm targeting next is 61.50 to the downside, and if it breaks successfully through that, then down to 60 until we retest, and then possibly retest back to 61.50. But that's to be seen in tomorrow's trading session. Wish everyone a good day.